I'm here, and if you notice what I'm doing tonight is I'm explaining my predictions because I'm going to explain to you why I get them, how I get them, where they come from, all that good stuff in a second. Here, let me get. I gotta get something to light the candles. Okay. Alrighty, hi guys. I'm going to be explaining my predictions, and Mercury in retrograde, wrote them all down, had an hour's worth of writing, and it's gone. It's just gone off my phone. You know, everybody thinks that technology is so wonderful, and I'm sorry, but there are days it is not as wonderful as everybody thinks. So, okay, am I out of? Ooh, I think I'm out. I think it's out of. Yeah, it's out of. Oh, I gotta get an old fashioned. Yeah, this is gone. This is not lighting anymore. It ran out of fluid. Yep, hold on a second. But yes, I'm gonna light my candles. So I always light my candles. It's a tradition. So hold on here. My matches, here they are. Old fashioned matches. So I'm going to be explaining everything, and sorry guys, I'm here. I'm going to be explaining exactly what's going on because, hi guys, will I be doing readings for you? Yeah, but I'm going to be explaining what I'm getting and why I'm getting it because, okay, so here's your background. I'm into history. History is a huge thing of me, always has been. I was also a history teacher for a little while. I was actually an art teacher, but when they were short, when they had one extra class, who taught it, right? I taught about manifest destiny, and I had people writing 5-page papers. I taught them how to creatively write. I do a lot more than just teach art. I've 15 teaching certificates, which I still hold on to, and I've taught college math at the college level. A lot of people don't know them and that stuff. But I ended up being an art teacher because that's spiritual and I liked it. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is tonight I was watching a thing. It was America in Color is what it was. And it was all old footage way back from as far back as when movies first started. And they were all in color though. They've gone back and either colorized them or found limited pictures of color. And I'm just mesmerized because I love history. And what happened is it did something. Because all of a sudden I started getting a bunch of predictions. Now, if you guys don't know about my predictions, I'm about 94% accurate. If you watch that, yeah, I just am mesmerized. My kids always laugh at me because they know history really well. And they're, how did you know that? My mother made us watch the History Channel 24/7. Not 24/7 because I love to watch like paranormal shows too. But I'm more like that. I'll watch a really good show that's maybe a half an hour to an hour, but I like factual stuff. I even read factual stuff. I read some, fiction. But anyway, so I'm going to go through these. And what I want you to do is, if you would like to make a donation to me, now remember, because people sometimes just do, you can. I'm not going to insist on it, but I will tell you that it goes towards my healing center. So if you guys know what my healing, I'm painting it. I'm going to take pictures of it soon. What I did is I converted a area in the lower level of my house. It's got a private entrance. And it used to be a game room, and it used to be my studio for my art. I've converted it into a Reiki center. So people can come and I've got people already wanting to come. I have somebody wanting to come from Texas. So they're like, oh, I'm going to just fly into Chicago because I'm only an hour outside of Chicago, hour and a half or so, by major interstate. And it's not long here. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go over this and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the stuff I saw. And some of it's a repeat. So I want you to understand that, and this is going to be here on my, it will be on my website, Lana's Enchanted Sky, and it says predictions. Haven't quite figured out how to get the predictions organized like I want yet. Have you guys had an idea on how you'd like it? I was wondering if I should do it by video and like phrase and then like clips of predictions or something. You know, we're trying to figure out how to do it. And if you guys don't know, I have two websites right now, enchantedskye.com and Lana's enchantedskye.com. There's two going on because I don't know how to do Wix yet really good. I'm discovering how to do everything. I just added my own services, my own classes, all that good. I'm learning it. But I know my old system, which was on GoDaddy, extremely well. So I'm in and out and in and out. And I'm like, it's not offering coupons. It's not offering time zone changes. So I decided to go somewhere else. And I'm a little insecure yet. So, but as I learn it, I don't consider myself very, very techie, but yet I am. I know I learn it because I have to. So what I'm going to do is go over this. Hi, guys. All right, you guys. Yeah, what I'm going to do. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm not putting up with that. You know what? I predict when I mess up. And you know what? Tina, can you please get on here? This person needs to be blocked. I'm not going to put up with your bullshit today. I'm just not. There. Thank you. Okay. So, all right. So, no, am I perfect? No, I'm far from it. I've got about a 94% accuracy rate, and I've made some mistakes. I think I missed, what did we say? I got 18 out of 23 of the presidential elections right. I missed 5, and 2 I confused. I mixed the Democrat and Republican, like the race up by people. So anyway, yes, it's a no BS. Yeah. And you know what? They just think they're funny. And you know what? I'm just done. I'm just really done. So yeah. All right. So here's some of the stuff that I've got. And I want you guys to listen because some of this is a repeat. Okay. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Okay. And no, I'm not taking questions yet. I'm not taking questions. I will be though. I will at the end maybe. Okay. All right. Thank you. And if you want a private reading, I had somebody ask for tomorrow. I've got quite a few. I was overbooked today. I was double booked in places. I had to go in and change my email so they wouldn't on one of the systems. So I wasn't double booked. But I do have some readings available on Monday, a few Tuesday. So take a look at that if you're interested. Right now, I don't have anything on sale. I don't believe. Maybe I'll offer a coupon. Be watching. Okay. Anyway, so here's an interesting thing that's come to the stuff I'm getting. All right. So between about 2030, there will be, and I want to say not 2030, but I want to say we're going to see massive growth between 2030 and 2060. Now, that's a long time away, and I'm probably dead. So, well, it's okay. I'm predicting into the future. There will be, between that next 30 years, there will be a woman president, vice president, and speaker in the House, and they're all women at the same time. That will be happening. Now, you guys know my accuracy is at about 94%. I'm not perfect. And I don't know exactly what year, but I want to say it's in between there. And I want to say it's sooner than later. Okay? Now, we all know this is the age of Aquarius. That it's all about women. It's all about love. It's all about progressive ideas. Moving to the beat of your own drummer. And you notice it's all happening right in front of us. Like, come on now, Now, DeSantis is not ever going to be president, and neither is Trump. I still say Trump is going to feign some type of illness as this drags out in court. Now, is he going to serve a day? No. He's not. He's not gonna. But I want to say DeSantis has overstepped his bounds by going after Disney. He is that was it for him. I am telling you, I saw it and I predicted it. I've said this in January. I have my major podcast in January for the year. And I have said that DeSantis is going to kind of fade out sort of or something. I do want to say, and I don't believe in this. I don't believe in hurting anybody. I just think there's an assassination attempt. I've said it before. I got it right when I said there would be somewhere where there was going to be one at a political rally. And remember, it was in Japan. I got it right. I just didn't know where. But this is specific, and I don't like the guy, but I don't wish anybody harm. So I want you guys to know that. Okay. Yes, please tap the screen. It'll go viral. Okay, please. I think China will invade Taiwan. Do I know when? I would say with about 2 years. Okay. All right. I don't, like I said, I'm going to say one time, everybody's guessing who these guys coming in. I don't think Biden is going to, he's going to try to run. He's not going to get in. I don't know if something's going to happen to him. You know what I mean? Or he's just, people are tired, but there's a time, it's time for a change, and it's coming. It's coming in a big way. And I'm lighting more candles. Lighting more candles. Okay. Now, remember, this is the time of progressivism. Now, I told you from March 28th to June 11th is Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius, which means it's completely transformational. So you have no idea how many people call me and I go, well, you're in this huge transformation. You know that, right? And they're like, no, I didn't know. Wake up. This is huge, you guys. It only happens every couple hundred years, 243 years, I think, or something. And then what it'll do is in the end of January, it'll come back, and it's going to sit there for a very long time. So we can't go backwards. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tammy. So what you guys did on TikTok, send it forward, hit likes, it goes viral for me. Okay. I pick up followers. I pick up, don't wait and get a lot, but yeah, I'm doing this for free. And you guys do know that my predictions are for free. Now, at some point I may put them in a book and charge like a buck or a couple bucks or something. You might do something, I don't know, to make it a little more organized. If anybody's got any good ideas for me to make this go viral, and to make so that this will, one, it will go viral, two, it's organized, and it's all on video vlog. It's not necessarily written, although I am now, today, I'm going to get in there and start typing. Okay, and I'm going to catch up again, because I did catch up. If you guys just noticed, I just added a whole bunch of stuff in there. I still say something's in May, you guys. It's financial. I don't understand. It's around the second to third week of May. It's something big. It's not, we're going to be a little surprised by it, but I don't want to say that it's bad. It actually could be good in the long run. Now, the last time I did this and said, I don't know what this is, but I felt it, and I said the world would be shocked, was January 6th. And if you don't believe me, please check out my YouTube, Lana's Enchanted Sky, and scroll back and you'll see it. I predicted it 2 to 3 days before it happened. And I get a lot of people that go, well, we were all told that. No, not the way I worded it. I said, we're going to all be shocked. There's something coming. And I said it was like, and I said, I think it's January 9th maybe, or something like that, or on January 7th, I think I said. But I thought maybe it was the 6th, because you guys know it's my daughter's birthday. So, and I kind of was like, I kept telling my daughter, I said, what's so special about your birthday? Something's coming. I kept telling her that too. So yeah, maybe it is with student loan forgiveness. Well, I still say that's going to pass. I still say student loan. Now, the first set of it did pass. But I'm going to say that a couple of these Supreme Court justices are having changes of heart. I just want to let you know. This Clarence Thomas thing, I'm not sure if he's going to leave, because I don't think they're going to make... But I'm going to tell you right now, within the next 10 years or under, maybe even like 8, even 5, they're going to add Supreme Court justices. You know that anybody can do it at any point. And there is laws that are going to be written that are going to have term limits for everybody. That includes Congress, Senate, Supreme Court, all of it that there's going to be term limits. It's coming. This person that's coming our way is, you guys just don't even, he's big. It's big. Now you have to remember, this is a repeat of, now I want you to remember almost 100 years ago. Who was it? Now I'm saying that he wasn't that great at some stuff, because he put Japanese in internment camps. He did kind of bad things a couple times. He let us get into World War II. He encouraged that. You guys do know that, FDR. But in the long run, he helped pull America and make it great again. And I want to say there's going to be unbelievably economic prosperity in a way we haven't seen since the 50s by 2030. So there's my prediction. I got to put that on my website, 2030. That's not that far away. Okay? Now, There's going to be reparations paid, and I've been talking about this to the Indians. I'm not sure how it's going to be done. I think it's land. I think they're going to give them some of the land back that they deserve, the good land, not the crap that they didn't want. That's where they threw the Indians. They're going to do something. I also want to say for minorities like African Americans, there's some type of reparation, but it's not money. I don't understand. I almost want to say they get subsidized nice free houses, or there's something that there's going to be, because there's a great reset going on, you guys. They're going to reset everything. It's a reset. You have to understand that the reset, it's supposed to happen. It's almost like, you know what? We've screwed up. We have effed up everything. We're going to start over. And that's kind of what the country's government, and I know you don't believe it, but that is what it's going to be happening. Now, as far as the country collapsing financially, it's not collapsing, it's a shift. And everybody's like, oh, they're going to go to digital currency. I said that the dollar bill would be worthless way back in 18. And if you want, please check out my videos. I have it on Facebook. I also have on Facebook, if you have not looked, I invite you to look at my Lana's Enchanted Sky. No. Yeah, Lana's Enchanted Sky. But no, I think it's Lana the Painting Medium. That was when I was teaching painting classes. I put in there, I think Roe versus Wade will be overturned, and that was in 18. And so, hi guys. Hi Stella. So, I do want to say also, some of these things is there's going to be, so listen to all this. 4-day work weeks, healthcare, days off with pay, like it's going to be mandatory. Now, you do know in the state of Illinois that there's 12 days of sick pay, mandatory for anybody working full-time. I think part-time they even get a few days off. And it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. And there's universal health care and somehow a hybrid. There's a hybrid going to be going on. And it's like, I think you have some type of insurance yet, but yet it's subsidized by the government. I don't understand. I just know, and I know some people don't like AOC because they think she's radical, but she's really not. She's just very much a people person. She cares about the common people. Somehow she's involved in all that. I don't know how, and that was a brand new prediction because they're showing me. Now, if you guys don't know, I get these at night, but like I said, I was watching America in Color, and it was on, I think, Hulu. And I'm getting all this stuff about the United States and about different countries. I still say China is going to invade Taiwan. And I want to say in about 2 years. Okay? But it doesn't, it's, you hope that not for the 4-day work week. You don't understand. It's going to be that way, but everybody's going to be off. Now, if you guys don't remember, and you might be too young to remember, but in the 70s, nobody worked over 40 hours. Who did that? Nobody. Nobody did that. Nobody worked nights. Nobody got overworked, worked overtime in like a dog. We work, 275% more than we did in the 70s? I mean, it's really bad. And I remember it, okay? But it's something about a 4-day work week. There's going to be health care. There's going to be the DACA will pass. There's going to be a massive influx of immigrants legally. They're going to legalize a lot of people coming in. We need them for workers. We need these people they're taking our jobs. There's more jobs than we know what to do with, guys. Come on, let's be honest. And I'm on my soapbox for a minute. I'm on my soapbox. Okay. So this is my opinion about what's going on with the economy. The reason that and I think this is absolutely true. Now, I study a little bit. I'm pretty well educated as far as economics and history and policy of the United States. And I'm going to tell you what's going on is that these corporations are purposely inflating the prices to keep us desperate for a job so that we don't insist on more money because there's a labor shortage. Do you see how they're doing? And I still say, if we would all quit bitching about the government, come together and battle these damn corporations with boycotts and get them in the pocketbook, we would have change quicker. That's my soapbox. So I'm okay. But I do want to say, I have said this. I said this in 21. I see both sides, Republicans and Democrats. reaching across an aisle and shaking hands. It's coming. It's coming. It's very slow, but it's coming. Okay. Now, some of this things. Okay, that the ERA is going to pass. That's the Equal Rights Amendment, and it's going to be broadened somehow. It's going to be included with race or something, or even gender. It's somehow equal rights for all people, including gender. LGBTQ. It's going to be extended, and it's going to pass. I'm going to say within the next 4 years. So, and there's going to be, now here's an interesting, because we all don't always like the government setting up these damn agencies, but there's an agency that's going to be set up to keep track of it, to make sure these companies don't get away with bullshit. Okay? Equality for all. That's what I'm saying. It's the Great Reset. Hi, MI. All right? So it's not going to be easy. Ooh, that's what I wrote. So that's what they tell me, and that's what they show me. It was so funny. It was like I was seeing it like a movie in my head. Okay, so I'm watching this thing about, right now it's into the 50s, and I stopped it because I'm mesmerized by stuff like this. I know I've lived before. Matter of fact, I'm going to be taping it when I go. I lived in Fulton, West Virginia. Didn't know it existed. Met somebody who was a very good friend, but I was married to him. And I died. I had cancer. I died very young. I was only 35 years old. And we had 2 kids. We lived there in the 20s and 30s. And I went into great detail. Told you my name. Told you my last name. Told you, and I've had past life regression. Told you we owned a cow. We owned a dog. We owned a Model T. And I mean, I went into, and I had no idea there was such a place as Fulton. And I described it. And I said, well, my husband at the time, he's now somebody I know, was a chemist or something, and sure enough, there's a place that I'm telling you, I'm right. So what I'm going to do this summer is I'm going to take a trip. I'm going to try to find myself. Now, here's what's weird. Some of the weird stuff. I kept saying my name is Evans, and the most common name in that little bitty town is Evans. So I know I'm right. So it's going to be really cool. Somebody said I should make this into a show or something because it's cool. Anyway, I'm just telling you that it's coming. Just be patient, but we have to stick together. We need to, like, I am boycotting Starbucks because Starbucks is not treating their workers right. They have agreed to a union, but then now won't meet with them. So they're pulling shit. And until we get them in their pocketbooks, we'll never make any progress. Because that is where it's at in this country. The only thing that matters is money. There's no ethics anymore. Who has ethics? It's so rare to have ethics. I have ethics. Matter of fact, I'm taking an ethics class. So if you guys call for me, I had somebody, okay, I'm going to share this with you really fast. So what did I do today? So yesterday I had somebody said, hey, I got a double book by accident. And I said, can I move you around? And she's like, well, you can call me today. I said, I can't. I don't work Saturdays. I have to stick to my guns because otherwise I get overworked. Because I'll be doing 50 readings a week if I didn't. And hi, Firefly. And so here I am, like, telling them, like, well, I can do a different day, whatever. And they'll, well, then just give me my money back. Well, okay, I'll give you money back. I no questions asked. I am going to change it, though, that if you want your money back, you'll have to pay my fees because it would cost me $7. But anyway, I gave the money back to the wrong person. And I'm like, oops. So she emailed me. I said, well, just call me. We'll set this up again. And I apologize. She's like, well, I really wanted my reading. I was thinking they were mad at me. And I'm like, no, I screwed up. So I sometimes think I really need I kind of need a secretary on occasion. Sometimes I'm okay, but every once in a while, yeah. So, all right. So it's not Trump. These is what I literally wrote. It's not Trump. Chick-fil-A is and Hobby Lobby is the ones that, yes, I agree, Lolo, with you. She says boycott Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, and Hobby Lobby. And yes, I do. I do. I went into Hobby Lobby recently and I said, what am I doing? You don't have anything I want and you aren't treating your workers right. I'm sorry, but anybody that says you can't have birth control is used as a hormone. It can be to regulate hormones. I know a lot of people that it's a medicine. That is wrong. You don't have any right to tell somebody what they can have and what they can't. F that crap, I'm seriously. So anyway, yes, I agree with you. And I still, maybe there's going to be a national strike or a walkout. Maybe that's what I'm seeing in May. I don't know. There's something coming, guys. there's an undercurrent, and I know it's there. And I even saw it in the cards. So check me out on YouTube. I just posted the weekly and monthly for May readings, finance and career. So if you want to check them out and see what I'm talking about, because it's in the cards. You can see it's there. And I'm just like, I'm right. Now, and if you guys know, I'm also very, very much into astrology, because I noticed that astrology is freaking true. Like, I never really believed it until I'm like, I had somebody lay something out and they go, you're retiring. And I'm like, no, I can't. No, around your birthday, it's so significant. And sure enough, I turned 55. I got a note from the state of Illinois saying, hey, we're going to give you X amount of dollars if you just walk away. And I did. So it was right. And she said, it's in your card. Look, it's in your chart right there. And she showed me. And I'm like, so I'm a huge believer in astrology. Anyway, well, I do predictions. And then I look for the astrology. And that's what makes me go. I've been saying from 24 to 26, which is where Pluto's in retrograde in Aquarius, that it was huge. There's going to be so many huge advances in this country. We're going to be the envy of the world in 2030 again. I know I got a lot of people in Canada listening. I love my Canadian followers and my other followers. This is kind of late for Europe, so they probably aren't on. But it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Yes, you need a job with the state of Illinois. You are correct. Illinois pays really. I live in Wisconsin, and everybody who I live 6 miles on into Illinois. My husband works in my parents always worked in Illinois, because you make more money in Illinois and you come to Wisconsin to pay lower taxes. That's kind of what's always happened. It's always been that way. So, and also Wisconsin takes extremely good care of their environment. There's just certain advantages in Wisconsin. It's just, yeah. So anyway, all right. So, okay, so let me keep reading, all right? They're going to be making special cities. Now, I know that they've been talking about it, but it's going to be like your own private community. And it's it's weird, sort of. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like there's special communities where everything, and you know everybody, and nobody can get it. There's no crime, because everybody knows everybody so well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. Any connections to Illinois? Yeah, I lived in Illinois. Hi guys. I lived in Illinois for 20 years. I'm from Wisconsin, and we moved up here because I'm in a spot where I found land. And if you guys know, I lived in a suburb called Roscoe, Rockton, Illinois. Extremely affluent, like they're snobs. Anyway, my daughter's friend father was an umpire, and Danica Patrick was from Roscoe, and her cousin was my daughter's best friend. I mean, it's all that kind of stuff. Anyway, we couldn't find land without paying a gazillion dollars, and we couldn't find horse property. And so I have 5 acres, and I'm only, 8 miles from the high school? Yeah, I'm just over the state line. So yeah. Oh, Alex, you're okay. Tell me in a minute. She's saying she's going to do something that you do. She said, okay, so I'm going to repeat on YouTube. So Alex is a good follower. Anyway, she says, I'm going to be doing something that scares me. Now, we all know if you want to spiritually grow, you have to do something that scares you, because that's the only way it opens you up spiritually. Now, in the book that I'm writing, the I Am Plan, Intent, Align, Manifest, I Am, that you have to do something that scares you. Otherwise, you just don't grow like you should, because fear is the number one most negative emotion out there that keeps you from growing. Yes, seeking discomfort. Yes, correct. Makes you uncomfortable is right. You are correct. Okay. And I've been feeling stuck, so I'm going to do something that's scary. Playing with my guitar at the recital in front of people. Oh, Alex, good for you. Good luck. You should tape it for us. I want to hear it. I know you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's good for you, though. It's good for you. Okay. Now, there's something about railroad regulations coming. Now, we all know that we just had another derailment not far from me here in Wisconsin. It was in DeSoto. It's crazy. This needs to stop. I'm also very, very concerned about the trafficking of children, unaccompanied children in this country that are coming across the border, and they're being trafficked, and they're being sponsored by sickos, and I'm thinking of taking in a foster child. I truly am. I don't. It hurts my heart. There's a solution to it. They said there's 3 different things that they can do and I think that we need to be writing our congressmen and demanding that they do something. That is wrong. Some of these kids don't have parents. And they're walking thousands of miles to get here. And then they're getting sponsored and they're getting sexually abused. And they're also basically slaves. They're doing servitude to these people. It's wrong. And we all know it's wrong. And also, these dropping the age limits, you know why they're doing that, right? Because they can't find workers. So they're going to drop it down to 12 years old in Iowa. Now, don't hold me to that. I know they dropped it to 14, but I heard 12. Yeah, you can get married at 12. I mean, really? Is that sick? That's just absolutely sickening. Absolutely sickening. But it's all going to change. Yeah, you were considering it too. I'm taking in a child. Okay, so here's part of the problem. Some of these kids are from like Guatemala, and they speak dialects. They don't even speak Spanish or English. So they don't speak any language. See, they're just being set up for failure. And I'm like, and I speak a couple languages. My Spanish is, I can understand it well. I speak fluent French, speak English, speak a little sign language. Used to speak a little bit of German, a little bit, because my grandparents did in the household. But yeah. So I've got 6 bedrooms, you guys. I used to have my house is an assisted living. It was converted back into a single family dwelling. It has 6 bedrooms. It could be 7 or 8 if I wanted it to be, but I'm like, no. And I have a big house. So, and I have room to help people. Yeah, the Mexican cartel is involved. I do agree. Okay. May 17th, Patricia, is there a May 17th event? What do you mean by that? Hit me back again, Patricia. So Patricia says something on March 17th, and I said in the middle of May. There's something very significant. I know, here's some other things I've got. Your foster adult Sue, okay. I take in an older child. They just want the chance. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're such good people. They work so hard to get here. I mean, come on. I just really think that I'm going to sponsor somebody. I don't know how to do it. I did call a number and to drive to Texas and go get a kid. Go sponsor a child. Here I am. I mean, how much better do you want me? I mean, taught for 31 years. I'm a grandma. Like, yeah, I'm pretty squeaky clean there, and I'm thinking it would be good, Okay, talk about the small cities some more. It's like, like in the Middle Ages, they would have like medieval courtyards and there'd be the houses, and then there would be a store, and there would be and it's like that. They're going to like little pods like. I don't understand that completely, but I do know that's part of the age of Aquarius, and I'm seeing that. And I want to say, and everybody knows everybody. And I don't want to say that nobody else is welcome. It's just that it's a functioning. You're symbiotic. Like, you're making the shoes. The shoes go to the guy that's the baker, and the baker brings you their bread. It's kind of like that, okay? 15-minute cities. That's what somebody else said, that they thought. Like a Del Webb, sorta, like a Del Webb in a way. Yeah, sorta, Okay, so I'm going back to this. It sounds like a commune. Yes, it is kind of like a commune. Yes, it is like that. It's coming. It's going to become more and more popular. Okay, now Mars is probing. They're going to do a Mars probe using animals. They're going to be using animals as astronauts. Which I don't know if I don't like. I don't know if but they're going to be using animals. I don't know how that's going to work, but they're going to be using them. They're going to try to get, I want to say before the end of the century, which I'll be dead, they're going to have a person on Mars. They're going to have landed on Mars with human beings. I still say it. Okay. I do want to say this 24 to 26 stuff is going to blow our minds. I said in January on my podcast that there was going to be a cure for cancer, and it was coming. Now, what have we heard? There's a shot. There's going to be more. There's more. Now they're saying, now my husband said that he was just reading that there's a possible cure for melanoma. So there's going to be more coming. That's why I kept saying for you guys, and I said this about a month ago, please invest in oncology because of it. And then that came out. And you know what? Secret. You can see all the Senate and all the House of Representatives and what they are investing in. There is a legal way to do it. I cannot remember the website, but Nancy Pelosi invested in a bunch of oncology about 3 months ago, and I told everybody, you better do it. Now, I have my money invested in a certain way, so it's a little harder for me to do because I'm a little older and I'm just being a little more careful. But I did invest in some. So, okay. Let's see what else we get here. I just want to say there's the ruining of Elon Musk. I don't know why I want to say that. It's bee venom. Is that what it is, Moonflower? Is it? For cancer? Could be. I heard bee venom works for a lot of stuff. Oh, jellyfish do something too? You know what? I don't know. I just know that I hear a phrase and I write it down. But I was just mesmerized by this show, and I'm writing, I'm like all this stuff because I'm seeing it like it's like a continuation of what the show I was watching. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing it 40 years from now. What's happening now? Do you know what I'm saying? And looking back, and that was kind of what I was doing. Hi Amber. Several billionaires go broke. Yay! I hope so. I hate to say it. They get what they deserve. Their greed, and I don't know why. I want to say, all right. I know Elon Musk is going down. I don't understand why. What company? It's in excess. It's like it's letters. It's got an X in it. That's one of the and another one is in Brugia, in Musia. It's I am something. There's another one. Yeah, karma is right elevated. I'm telling you. Okay. Codified abortion, but it's going to take many years away. It will eventually be codified because you know what? Same-sex marriage is going to get codified. It's on its way as we speak. It will happen. Nobody earns $1 billion. I absolutely agree without being crooked. I agree. I absolutely agree. Removal of the Supreme Court Justice. I don't know about Clarence Thomas. I just know they're adding a couple. Now, I predicted in 21 there'd be 3 Supreme Court justices. Now, they elected 1 woman. There's 2 more coming. One is leaving. One is leaving within the next 4 years. And that's going to be a woman replacing them. And it's going to be one that's very progressive. So, yeah. The rest of the wicked judges is right. They're going to be held accountable because there's going to be laws passed to hold them accountable and hold them to 8 years or 4 years or whatever, something like that. It'll be held up to that. It'll be term limits. So, okay. Are you going to study cancer? I'm telling you, it's something I've been saying that a long time ago. There was a cure for. Well, we've always known there's a cure for cancer. Let's be honest. We all know this, right? All right, and I still say that they're finally letting it out, the cat out of the bag, because they have no choice. Now, if anybody has not been following me, it is a year this week that my friend Jim passed, and he will not leave me the frick alone. He is waking me up at night. He is talking to me all the time. And I kept saying, why are you bugging me? He goes, it's my anniversary that I've been gone. It'll be a year. And I'm like, oh. Now, if you guys don't know, he was a very, very dear friend. Knew him from another life. Very, very connected to this guy. Very connected to this guy. And even when he passed away, the day before he passed away, he tried to call me. And he had cancer so bad they had to remove his tongue. It was so bad. Oh my God. And he was such a completely healthy guy. And within, well, what killed him was the chemo. And I miss him. And he's talking to me and he tells me to call his son. So I'm at a point where when I'd say medical things, it's not me talking. It's usually him. So to let you know. All right. But anyway, some of this stuff is mung beans are Chickasaw peas. If you eat that every day, you will not get cancer. And if you do have cancer, it will slow. It is medically proven. That is medically proven. Chickasaw peas. They taste like peas. They're real small. You're supposed to eat them as sprouts every day. Super, super, super high in omegas and antioxidants. Okay. All right. Yep. All right. Yeah, I've had a lot of people that have passed from cancer too. And what I've had is a lot of people pass. And I want to say the reason is that they knew this was coming. And this is not always going to be necessarily easy, and it hasn't been. And I think that they have opted out. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I'm done. I'm not, and I'm gonna wait to come back for a while too. So they're on the other side, just kind of, because sometimes they'll just recycle and come right back. They're not doing that right now. That's at least what I see when I talk to people, and I'm talking to a lot of people, you guys. Like I probably talked to about 30, 120. I probably done about 12,000 readings, I would say, and I would say I'm averaging about 2,000 a year, and every single one, I don't see people recycling. A lot of times I'll say, hey, I'm coming back as your grandson. Or I hear them say that. They'll say that to me. But they're not saying that because they know what's freaking going on, So, yeah. Life is about the hardest it's been. It's about as hard as I've seen it. And compared to when I was a kid, it was so idyllic. You had your mom and dad and your mom. My mom worked. My mom never stayed home. But, we were latchkey kids because I was Gen X, and you would be alone for about an hour, and your dad would come home from working. He'd usually take his little nap. We would eat dinner. It was like clockwork. You went to church. It was very easygoing and structured. You made really good money. You went and got a new car every couple of years, or we actually, for most people, I would say, I think my family always got one about every 9 or 10. Because, back then we didn't travel as much. So you get 100,000 on your car, 125, and you trade it in. You get a new one. That was kind of what we did, After school specials, yes. Yeah, right. After school, you guys have to even know. If you guys don't know what an after school special is, you have to look them up. It's kind of like the same thing about the rock, the rock ones, Schoolhouse Rock. Remember the Schoolhouse Rock? And I learned the preamble, and I knew that preamble. I had to repeat for extra credit, and I used that song, We the People, in order to form a more perfect union. I remembered that, and I remember 90% of that stuff. That stuff worked. It got you remembering it. They need to come out with brilliant stuff like that again, because that really did work, All right. So, okay. So let's see. Unfortunately, it will get worse before it gets better. And yes, Deborah, you are right. It will get worse before it gets better. I want to say it's about almost as bad as it's going to get. And I do want to say that he has no case against Disney. I'm going to tell you. Somebody just said, is Disney going to win? Disney's going to win, honey. There is no way. He's done. He overstepped his bounds. If you don't know, do a little research on this. You're going to find out that billionaires have backed off on him. He'll never be president. It's in his. I was just talking to somebody, and we were looking at his astrology chart. Now, I'm not an astrologer. I'm a budding astrologer, and I don't understand transits and stuff. And my friend's like, "There's no way he'll be president. I can see it now. Don't worry about it." And I said, "I thought so. Yeah." What Mickey Mouse is going to wipe the floor with him. Well, you have to understand that even though it's a big company and we're against big companies, they do a lot of good. Now, they don't treat their workers like they should. And that's something that's a thing of contention for myself. I do not go to places that treat their workers poorly. I will not go. One is Dollar General. They pay a minimum wage. They overwork them. Everybody I know who's worked there, my daughter worked for a very short time there. Minimum wage, leaving you alone in a store by yourself, making $7.25 an hour. You can kiss my ass. And, I will not go to a place that will treat their workers bad. And I tell them that. If we all did that, they would change their policies, wouldn't they? Or they would fold, right? I can't go to Walmart either. I don't like Walmart making us check ourselves out, and then them using our court systems to falsely accuse people. I will not. I was at Walmart the other day, and there were no checkouts. There's usually at least one checkout, and I walked out. I left my stuff and I walked out. I don't need to buy it that badly that I'm going to put up with that. Nope. And if we all stuck to our guns. Yes, Jolly General's the worst of them all. I'm telling you, it's horrible. Okay. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh my God. Don't get me. Oh my God. I hate her so much. I hate her so much. Don't worry about her. These people, they've got a voice because people are listening. If we didn't give them we didn't give them a minute of 15 minutes of fame, and we didn't give them a time of day, they would go away. And so, and I want you guys to understand that. But I think that that's what's coming. I do want to say there's going to be laws passed that's going to make the news accurate. They cannot lie. When I was growing up, that's why boomers are the way they are. When we were growing up, we had Walter Cronkite. He was a real old guy, but he was honest. He told the news. He didn't take sides, and he told the news. It was factual. In the 80s, Reagan lifted the law and said you can do whatever you want. Before, it used to be law that if they got caught lying, they were liable. There was libel going on there. And now there's not. And see, that needs to come back, So, yeah. All right. So, yes, there's going to be improvements in the workplace. There is. And so I want you guys to understand that it's coming. We just have to, 24 to 26. And right in the middle, notice, is the election. It's in the election. And it's not, I don't think it's Biden. I still don't. I've been saying that I didn't think so. Now, logic, common sense tells you it will be Biden again. But I don't know why. I just feel like it's not. Now, even if it is Biden, maybe he won't completely finish the term. I don't know. I just know that the next person's a man, and then the person after that's a woman. That's it. Okay? So that you know. All right? Nursing and rehab facilities are just as bad because our healthcare. Remember, we used to be number one in the world in healthcare. Look at in the short 20 years, we're garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage now, and it's sad. And I'm sorry, but that's not acceptable. And okay. So I talked with Kent, my producer for my podcast, and he said, traditionally this is true. You get a really crappy president in there, and I'm not going to say who. Then you get one that's trying to rebuild but doesn't get much done. Then the third person comes in and really overhauls it. So I want you to be thinking that is the pattern, and we repeat our patterns almost 100 years to the day. Because FDR was the builder. I want you to think about it. Okay? All right? It's true. It's true. There's so much broken. It's just reset it. You know what? Reset it, rewrite, help edit the Constitution, saying we're starting over. We're starting over as a country. We're starting over as a nation. We're starting over. Let's redo this. See what I'm saying? I don't think Miriam Williamson is the person I'm seeing, because the person that I see is blonde, has light hair. And no, it's not Marjorie Taylor Greene. But she has lighter hair. Now, it could be gray, but it's lighter colored. And she's kind of tall. So, just to let you know. All right? Now, I said $5,000 to die. Yeah, I have great insurance. I'm through the state of Illinois. Here we go again. I'm not even paying for copay. But I had to drop. My husband has Aetna in Michigan, from Michigan, because his company's from Michigan. I have it in Illinois. I had to drop his insurance because it sucked. It would not cover my weight loss surgery, but what Illinois one does. And I'm only paying $300 a month for it. And it's complete coverage. I don't pay for anything. So far, I've been, what did we say? There was $25,000 or $30,000 worth of bills. And I think I've only paid $400 of it. It's very good insurance. But that's not fair. How come I deserve that and you guys don't? See what I'm saying? Everybody deserves to have medical care. That's why I also think that the Human Rights Amendment is going to pass. Guarantees right to water, a right to good housing, a right to child care, a right to health care. Now, that was something FDR was going to pass, and it didn't get put through. but it's coming around again. Okay. So, yes, it is a pattern. Yep. The Kennedy was assassinated. Yes, that. Don't get me. My dad always told me when I was a little girl, because remember I was born in '66, so it was before my brother was born 3 days after the Kennedy assassination. My mom said she was sitting in the hospital with her mouth hung open, Anyway, he always said it was the mob. It was the mob that got him. That's what he always said. He goes, it was the mob. It was the mob. So, and I've always heard that it was the KKK. So, and it was a big conspiracy, and we all know that. Let's be realistic. It was, So, what's your take on socializing healthcare? I don't think they're going to do that. It's going to be like a hybrid where your basics are covered. So if you're sick, it's covered. Your emergency room is covered. Your yearlies are pap smears and all of that's covered in case of serious but other things will not be. So there'll be a hybrid where you buy a small insurance policy of some sort. That's what I think is coming. Where I want to say 60 to 70% of everything is covered by the government. Boy, it would be nice to have paying much tax as I am paying to actually have my tax doing something for me for an occasion. Wouldn't that be nice? And it's a hybrid. It is, and I see it. I can see it, and I want to say it takes so much pressure off everybody. And it's like, I think it's run kind of like Canada, because I think Canada does that. Like it only covers certain things, and then you have to cover the rest. It's kind of like that. Matter of fact, the person that is going to be president coming up here is studying Canada. And everybody's like, Canada, they're sucks. Well, it's a whole hell of a lot better than we got. So, will it get better? It's going to get much better with the LGBTQ plus community, because you're going to be included in the ERA. And the ERA is going to pass. The Equal Rights Amendment. It will pass. You are not allowed to, the sexual orientation, you're not allowed to do anything to anybody. Okay? Are they going to ever do anything about gerrymandering? That's going to stop too. In my country, because we had a really, really crooked governor, and now he's gone, and they gerrymandered this state so bad. That's why because overall, the state of Wisconsin, let me explain to you something. I'm in Wisconsin. Wisconsin did not go Trump. They went Hillary Clinton, but 10% went Libertarian, which split the vote, went to Trump. That is what happened. And people are so dumb that they can't see this. Trump went, won, and we're traditionally very, very liberal. And honestly, that's what happened. And I try to explain it to people that's what happened. But I do want to say, and I've been saying it, there's a third party. I want to say the Progressive Party might start out Democrat and break off or something. There's something else, okay? The Social Security benefits changed. I predicted that. I predicted that in 2020, June of 2020 or 21, that there would be money coming to. Remember I told you guys there's money coming to a lot of people? And I said it was in April, I thought in March. Well, that's when they brought that up. And from supposedly now they're trying to figure out how much it's going to be. Maybe that's what I see in May. Maybe. Okay. Will Biden be held accountable for his money? No. None of them are. That's the problem. See, I was forced to vote Biden, but and so I'm going to say. I'm not going to say who else I like. I won't, because I won't try to, but they're all crooks. They all need to go. That's it. Okay? The student loans are going to pass. I still say that. Now, I was fortunate enough because I did public service to get mine completely paid off. And I don't, of course, do you guys notice, did you get yours paid off and then it's still on your credit for years? It's been sitting there for years. They're saying I owe $17,000. I don't owe $1. And my school district screwed up some paperwork too. They said I still owed 5 of it, but I don't. And I had to fill it back out and send it to Mohila again. Hopefully it went through. I should probably call them and see, because I can't get a hold of anybody and I don't know anything about it. I just know that they promised me in 97 that if I went back to school, because I was an interior designer, I went and got a teaching certificate. And they said, if you do that in 10 years, we'll pay everything off. Well, 20 some years later, 23 years later, 26 years later, yeah, right. Think about how much interest I paid. Bunch of liars. They're all a bunch of damn liars. Okay. Yeah, I like Jeff Jackson. He will be president at some point. He is a president. I got this the first time I looked at him. I just stared at him, and I go. He gave me the feeling that I saw the first time I saw Barack Obama. Okay, I got the same feeling. So Atlanta for 2024. Hey, I thought about running for some small political offices because I don't know, they don't want to mess with me. I'm so like, I'd be like, you know, yeah. You always start small. So you like go for like city board or school board, and then you build yourself up, right? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd be good on this. I'm a teacher. I'd be so in favor of the teachers. I think people would hate me, the other board members, because I'd be like, that's not pro teacher. That's not pro teacher. And you have to remember, that's my family business. 2 of my 3 kids are teachers. And my third one wanted to be a teacher, but she sees what I've gone through and she's like, hell with it. I'm not doing it. So I'm like, well, okay. She's got a different personality than my other 2. My other 2 are very much in control and very much got my personality. My third daughter is very quiet like my husband. My husband's very quiet and laid back. He doesn't. We complement each other well because I'm out there and he's like, yeah, whatever. Okay. You know, and so she's like that, and I just don't think she'd make that great of a teacher. She wanted to be a college professor, actually. And she's like, realized how little money they really make. So she's like, forget it. So, yeah, he gives off, Jeff Jackson does give off FDR energy. Yep, he does. It's coming. I don't know, man. He's coming up those ranks, and I don't think it's this next one, but you never know. He's got that dark hair I talk about. So if you guys don't know, the person that I see has dark hair. Very dark, very neatly cut, about 5'10". Could it be Pete Buttigieg? It could be, because he's got that dark hair and he's not real tall. I used to think it was Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom's way too tall and thin for the guy I saw. And I backed my prediction up because that's not him. And it's so funny to see, like I can see the back of his head. So I wish I could get some of these people, some of these people running and candidates, and see the back of their head, and then maybe I could get it right? So it's not DeSantis. DeSantis is this everybody says, well, he's got dark hair and he's about that height. This guy, This guy's progressive. Unless DeSantis completely changes his goddamn tune in a year, which he's not. I still say he's going down. He messed with the wrong people. He messed with Disney. And even though I know Disney doesn't always treat their workers right, everybody pretty much, I know the people, like I've got lots of people in Florida, and I've got my mother-in-law's has been down there. So it's like my second home. There's a lot of people that are purposely right now buying yearly passes to support Disney as they go after DeSantis. So there's a lot of people. Gavin Newsom, I hear Gavin Newsom's corrupt too. I don't know. I just know it's not him. It's not. Yep. You should be part of the justice system. Yeah, I am a Libra midheaven, so it would fit right in. My sense of justice is intense. Like, this is not fair. This is not right. It should be fair. Yeah. So, yeah. And this is representing abundance, by the way, if someone just asked. That's why I'm wearing it. No, DeSantis is short. Yeah. This guy's about 5'10". But he's not the right, because I remember my guide or my angel or somebody was standing next to me as I was looking at this, and I'm having the vision, and they go, this person is progressive, but he's a moderate. Jeff Jackson's a moderate progressive. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Gun reform, AR-15s are going to be banned. I've been saying that. I said that over a year ago to a year and a half ago. It will be. Come on, it's got to be. We're just done with this. We're coming for them. It's just a matter of time, you guys. Just be patient, and we need to, like I said, if we can't have the riots in the streets like we want, then what we're going to do is we're going to do economic sanctions and boycotts. That works. Remember last summer, or was it the summer before, where we all said don't buy gas for a week. Remember that? Do you guys? Because I participated. I think it was last year. And you buy your gas on Friday or on Thursday. You don't buy it for like 4 or 5 days, and the gas prices went down here like 20 cents because we have more power than we think we do. Okay. More are handgun related. Yeah, I know that they are handgun because now you can put those things silent, those things that put the rounds through on the guns. I know, but it's a start, I guess, but I know they're going to get banned. Okay. All right. I do not know, Michelle, who Anthony Hudson is. How do dowsing rods work? Same way as a good question. Dowsing rods. I've got dowsing rods. I don't use them very much. I don't need them because I'm a master at what I do. I've been doing this a long time. I find tools get in my way because I'm a medium. Dowsing rods work off the energy fields off of you and off of. It's like you're channeling through the rods because they're metal. That's why they work. And if you've ever seen somebody douse for water, have you ever seen somebody do that? Where they have the stick. They are extremely accurate. So, no, Trump's not going to prison, Sharon. He isn't going to serve a day. I don't know why. I think he's going to feign an illness. I really do. I've been saying that. Thank you. Well, thank you, Susan. Hurricane predictions, I haven't given it any thought. I got it exactly right last year, didn't I? Although, I'm not perfect. Because I said there would be 3 hurricanes and there was one that was 2. Because it hit exactly where I said it. Go into middle of Florida, come around, and then go to Georgia. And it did that, but I said I thought they were 2 separate storms. It was one storm. But there were 3 storms just where I said they'd hit 2, and Miami got it too, and I was right. I have to study. See, I care about Florida. I've got family. We've got connections down there. I'm there a lot. And I have to study that. I have not studied it yet. So I'll ask if my guides will nicely give me info. Because that's where it's coming from. It's not me. So, okay. All right. Your dad makes them too. My mom did this. My mom could do this. My mom, back in history, my mom was a severe diabetic who died at 55. So I'm older than she is now. And she had a massive heart attack because she was really severely diabetic. But she went blind. She was having one of the first patients to ever receive the laser surgery in the eye to correct blood vessel damage. And he did it in the wrong eye. And he made her completely blind. And so she developed, I know it's sad, and she never sued. I don't believe in suing. It really affected my brother. My brother became an attorney because of her. So it affected him and I affected our lives because my mother's on disability. It was terrible. It was just a lot of anger. I do not trust doctors. I hate them. If I find a doctor I like and can trust, it's a miracle. Jim, I trusted. He's one of the very few because I don't trust them. Okay, what are you going to do wrong to me now? That is I always went in my back of my, look at what they did. Do you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. So I don't trust doctors. But anyway, it's just something I guess I got to get over. I got to get over that now. It's been long enough now. Mercury in retrograde is grade right now, and it's time for healing. So if you're revisiting old things like that, do you see how I brought that back up? Because it's Mercury in retrograde. So, yeah. Hi, PT Chris. Okay. The mortgage rates. Okay, I don't know. I haven't studied that. But I will tell you that the economy is leveling out over the summer. It's leveling out. Okay? Now, I do know that I've seen, and I had said that in my January podcast, by the way. So go check out my podcast. You can check it out on Lana's Enchanted Sky on my YouTube and join me on there. Because I put stuff on my YouTube that TikTok does not see otherwise. And YouTube, you guys, if you're on my YouTube, you are my YouTubers. I see you easier because you guys, what happens is this scrolls. And so I will miss people's comments. Look at how many comments I missed. There's a lot that I just said. Okay. Social Security, there's money not coming to you. The US dollar is going to be worthless, but it's changing. And I'm going to tell you, they tell me not to move my money. Because I said, I got to pull my money out. Oh my God. I got quite a bit of money put away and invested. And they're like, don't move it. Don't move it yet. Wait until August. Be watching something. Don't do anything yet. I want to say it's going to change. The dollar bill will be worthless, but it's going to go to crypto or something strange. And remember I told you, it was in 21, I believe it was in June of 21, that crypto was a bunch of crap and that it was a scam of billionaires, and do not get involved in it. Did I tell you that? I did. And I know I did. So watch my podcast. Now on TikTok, you'll see somewhere where it says, if you go into my bio, you'll see I've got a list of predictions, and you can hit all the different predictions that I'm doing. Like this one is, I still say some way and somehow Putin is going to back down. I don't understand, but I feel that's what, and I keep saying it. All I know is that if you guys remember me over the summer in August, I kept saying, what's up with Pennsylvania's election? There's something weird there. Well, Fetterman got a stroke and he still won. And I said, and it is going Democrat. It will go Democrat. And I said, but I don't understand. And something's really strange there. And so I just don't. It's like, okay, because I'm clairvoyant. I can do it, but I get like claircognizant or clairsentient. It feels like there's something weird there. And when you hear me say that, I don't always know. Okay. So now I said I would take a couple questions. Do you think Putin's sick? Yes. I think he is too. I think there's something up there. There's something wrong there. There's just something wrong there. And do not trust China. Do not trust China. I've been told that. I was told that 20 years ago. So are you one for world order? There already is. It already is. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. And you're right. I don't know how. Yeah. Putin was rushed to the hospital. Oh, where'd you hear that? I have to look that up. User 268. I had a whole bunch of stuff about immigration. They're gonna streamline immigration and get a lot of these people in, because there's a lot of people, not just people from South America sitting at the border, honey. There are Russians sitting there. There are people sitting waiting to get in. Ukrainians just sitting there waiting to get in. I'm telling you, we need the workers. Everybody's like, oh, they're taking jobs. Do you realize that on an average, I know I have friends that are legal. I'm going to be honest with you, but I've got friends that have come here that are on visas. And you know what kind of taxes? They're paying more in percent of taxes than we are. Think about how much money that is. Come on. I've got a friend from Spain, and she's trying to become a citizen, but she came here just to get away from Barcelona. And she goes back every year, but she's a teacher. And she's been trying to be, she's just bought her own house. She's trying to become a citizen. Oh my God, the money she has to spend to become a citizen is just crazy. It is crazy. Do I see a collapse of the U.S.? Not in the way, not a total collapse, a change, a reset. Okay? That, Yep, I know, I get it. The Apocrypha, which book to buy? You can buy, okay, HMTZ, I talked to somebody about buying the Apocrypha. If you want your eyes opened, buy that. It is the lost books of the Bible that the Catholic Church took out. And it's called the lost books of the Bible. It's got Jesus on the front. Because they're the original Gnostic, that means not agnostic, but Gnostic Christian church, believed in what I'm doing. You can look that up if you don't believe me. Because I'm going to tell you, when Jesus came to me in September and told me not to give this up, I was going to stop this because I'm burned out a little at times. And I was just, why am I doing this? And he says, you can't, because this is what you're supposed to be doing. You can't do that. And he told me what I'm doing is not wrong. And it was Jesus, and I know it was Jesus. And everything he said to me has come true. He talked about bartering. He's everything that, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, I had Jesus come to me. And I was in such shock because I kept kind of considered myself Buddhist. I guess I'm a Buddhist Christian, and yes, they do exist. Anyway, so, but, and he told me so much. There was so much. He goes, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're what color you are. I don't care if you've had an abortion, because there's so many people starving and suffering now. That's what I care about. And I'm going to soften hearts. I am here. And because I say it, it is so. That is literally what he said. And you're seeing a slow change, guys. A slow change. And yes, is climate change going to continue? Yeah. I know the sea levels are rising. And that's, yeah. What kind of readings do I do? I'm a medium. When you call me for a reading, and if you're interested in a reading, you call for a reading, you can just go on Enchanted Skye or Lana's Enchanted Skye. It goes to the same place. 2 different websites. I know it's crazy, but they go to the same place, the same booking system, everything. And because I'm learning, I'm not comfortable yet with Wix, even though Wix is really user friendly, but I know GoDaddy so well that I have to give it. Was that a bug or was that? Did you see that on my camera? That might be a bug. Now, you guys don't know, I get angels and stuff running through my cameras all the time. I get orbs, and if you slow them down, there's little tiny beings doing this with wings. I swear to God, it's true. Anyway, that might have been a bug, though. I think it kind of looked like it looks different looking. Didn't look like an orb. Because an orb you can see through. That looked like that might have been a bug. So we'll see if it comes back. See if I can figure out what that was. Anyway, yes, no more pandemics, but a food shortage, yes. No, I do not. No, hi Savannah. I do not see another pandemic. No. I think talking about a depression, I want to say there's a leveling out where it doesn't get better, it doesn't get worse. It just kind of sits there. But I do want to say that the food shortage, yes, there is a food shortage and a water shortage. So yeah, if you can grow a garden in any way, shape, or form, you can. Grow them in pots on your deck. If you've got a little yard, put them in your landscaping. I just made a video about that. I put my tomatoes and my roses together because they have the same needs. And you'll get some really gorgeous tomatoes. My tomatoes are and I put them with my roses. Now, somebody says, do you think God's here? Do you think the Lord's here? Is he coming? No, he's here. He's here now. He said he was. He goes, I've come and I'm appearing to people. Now, this is what's weird. I've talked to a lot of my other friends. Some do this, some are different. And they said that they've talked to Jesus too. So I'm not the only one. And I was so honored. I think I was in such awe. And he's like, because you're getting to the masses, that's why I'm coming to you. And that's literally what he said. Because you guys do know I have 1 million live watchers on my podcast. So it's starting to get kind of crazy. Is the president, did he die? No, not yet. Well, I don't know. I can keep him. Something's up with that guy. Something's not right. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take about, I've been on here almost 90 minutes. All right, I'm going to take 15 questions. And if you would like to donate to me, because I've been on here for a while, thank you. $10, whatever. I appreciate it. It goes towards the pot. You know that it goes towards. I'll be taking pictures of it. It's a lower level of my house. It's really nice, and I've got like an exposed lower level, and so, and it's got its own apartment, but it's got like a laundry room down there. I got 2 laundry rooms. I told you I used to be assisted living. It's got my studio is also going to be a work room. Yeah. I am painting it and decorating it. I'm picky. I used to be an interior decorator, so I'm really, really picky on how things look. And so I'm working on it. And I just bought some new cushions for everything. I got wicker furniture. I've got you guys know what willow furniture is, right? I got willow furniture. And so yeah, I got willow furniture down there, and I got a lamp here. Let me show you. I'll show you the stuff. Hold on. I'll show. Hold on. This is my theme. Our sunflowers. So, and I love Mexican pottery. So I don't like maybe I'll cover this with like a fabric. Maybe blue like a sky, because the sky and sunflowers are my theme. So, but yeah, that's kind of stuff I'm decorating it with. Yeah, I like sunflowers. I've never seen a person not smile after seeing a bunch of sunflowers. There's just something about them. They're so cheerful. So yeah, somebody wants, can I move in? Actually, my best friend is moving in. Have I told you that? I don't know if I've told you that, but my best friend is moving in June. She's got a job here. She's down in Louisiana. She just can't get a break down there. They keep their people so poor in Mississippi. Like it is a nightmare. And she's like, I'm moving back up here. I'm going to move back up here. And she's already got a job with a friend of ours who runs a restaurant, managing it. And so she's going to be here. But man, I got a lot of space in the house. I thought about downsizing and I'm glad I didn't. So yeah. All right. So ask me, I got 15 questions. Do you see a change for DACA? I said DACA will be, yes, it will go through. You will be legalized and you will be coming through. Yes. So to ask me a couple regular just questions. Okay, worried about, okay, I just found out you're pregnant. Do you see me having a healthy child? Viability. It's a boy. You're going to have it early though, honey. You be careful. I want you to be as careful as you can be to stay down because I feel like you're going to go you're going to go early. You're going to go quite a bit early. The baby's going to be kind of small. I don't want you to, it'll be healthy, but it'll be a preemie. Okay, so just be careful. Okay. All right. Switching your major, Melissa, to costume design from VFX. Do you think switching would bring me closer to my life path that I've dreamed for myself? Melissa, yes. I know you're gonna do a costume designer, but God, I swear you're gonna do actual design or something. Like clothing design. There's something more than just costume. Okay? Yes. It's very creative. Do you know your North Node? Okay. All right, hold on. Okay, Natasha. Okay. Anna, are you having your gallbladder taken out? Yeah, you're going to eventually. It's not for a little while though, Anna. You got a few months yet. But I think that it will be. It feels like it. Do you see improvement in my career in the next couple weeks, Earl? No. Couple months? Yeah. Not a couple weeks though. Okay. Anna Cruz. Hi, Anna Cruz. I got a lot of Annas. Or it's it's Anna Cruz, isn't it? No, it's Anna, isn't it? I'm trying to think of what. Because one of you guys is Anna and one of you guys is Anna. So I can't remember. Okay. Anyway, should you retire this year? You won't retire this year. You retire next. Okay. And tomorrow my coworkers are being talked to for being mean, and it must be the retrograde. Why all this craziness is going on? Should I leave the job and start over somewhere else? No idea what to do. Stay there. It will get better, and you're gonna be leaving in about 6 months anyway, because something better is gonna come up. So start looking now, but it's going to get better temporarily. There is a ringleader that causes this, and I want to say it's a woman and a younger guy. They got problems. It's like they got nothing better to do. You know what I'm saying? Anna. Okay, Anna. Okay. Let's see what else. Will you get approved? Wait. Okay, hold on. Will I get approved for a mortgage loan within 2 months? No, more like 3, maybe even 4. But it'll get approved. Should you use your name or initials for a business logo? PD Cakes. Yeah, that'd be cool. Send me a picture of it. I did my own logo. My sun, my moon. I drew that. I drew it with, if you guys don't know, I'm like an expert in colored pencil. That's what I did my own illustrations for my books in. And I should work for a couple of different companies that do colored pencils and like Prismacolor. But because I'm really good with them and pastels. I paint too, but those are my specialties, and that's how I came up with mine. And then what I did is I drew it all out, colored it, did whatever I wanted. Then we took it, we vectorized it, so we put it on a computer and cleaned it up. That's how I prefer to do stuff. It seems like it works better for me. I still like my old-fashioned pencil tip. So yeah. All right. How can you figure out your purpose? Okay, you need to know your North Node. You need to know your North Node. Now, your North Node, when you go on Cafe Astrology, and yes, I'm coming out again with my own website. Please do not go to Astrology Gumbo because that was stolen from me. Please go to this. It's going to be Moonlight Astrology, and I'm going to be making it. So, but your North Node is an upside down U with circles at the bottom. Okay. All right, so that's how you'll know, and whatever it is, like here. Okay, so for instance, I know most of them. Like I'm a Taurus North Node. Taurus North Nodes are learning how to make money spiritually. And what have I done this whole time? I was an art teacher, that's spiritual, and I'm doing this now, and it's spiritual. Now, also, there's certain weird quirks about certain signs. Tauruses have a slow start. They will not really get into their purpose till they're older, like I did. And I didn't even know that until recently. So it's little stuff. Is Manjaro safe? So here's the thing. I don't know why. I don't want to take it. Now, I can't take Ozempic. I get really sick. I can't take any of these meds. Matter of fact, I took it for 3 weeks and put on like massive weight again. I'm now trying to get it off. You have no idea how much walking I'm doing. I'm doing 10 to 12,000 steps, which is 5 miles every day to try to get it off what I put on just in the couple weeks I used it. But I got a horrible side ache from Ozempic. Every single one, Trulicity made me so tired. All I did was sleep. I mean, it was bad. It was really bad. Like I couldn't keep my eyes open. It was bad. So I'm getting weight loss surgery anyway. So yeah. So that's my thought about it. Okay, a couple more questions. Cancer North Node. Yeah, Sue, you know what that is. Dealing with emotions, learning to you know that. Okay. Will I meet my man for love? How will you meet your person? Through somebody else. Like it's somebody's brother or something. Okay. Can you get an accurate time without a birth time? Okay, you can't, Deborah. You can be like, I think I was born in the morning and take a look and say like maybe 9 o'clock. It's fairly accurate. It's not perfect, but it's fairly accurate. So if you know that I was born in the afternoon, then say 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Do you see what I'm saying? It's fairly accurate. Okay. All right. Will Edgar begin to pursue me more romantically? We've been involved for 4 years with the flow. Going with not committed yet. He's a Gemini and I'm Libra. He isn't going to commit until you say you walk away. You walk away and just say I'm just done and don't talk to him for a while. That'll drive him crazy. Not saying that you're supposed to do that or anything, but it will. Okay. All right. Hold on here. Okay. God, they're rolling. Hold on. I'm trying to get you guys this question. Okay, got that. Will you have weight loss surgery this year? Are you too? I'm due in August or September. I'm excited. I'm just kind of scared, a little nervous. I have to have it done. I've developed diabetes. I'm over the edge now. And I'm trying not to be on medicine, but my blood sugar is just all weird all over the place. And so I've got to do something. It's genetic. My grandfather was diabetic. My mother was a severe diabetic. My aunt, my cousins, everybody's diabetic. I've always been so healthy, and I hit menopause, and it just kind of threw me over that edge. And now I've got it, and I had, and you do know that weight loss surgery completely reverses it. So yeah. All right, a couple more. I've been on here for so long, you guys. I'm getting tired. Will I get my permit for work? Yes, but not as fast as you want. Yeah, they're going to drag that out. Okay. All right, 2 more questions. Will your husband lose his job? You mean layoff? Because I don't feel like it's really negative. Is that what you mean? Okay. All right. Will the doctor find out why my mom is having severe back pain? She has a pinched nerve, a very badly pinched nerve that they may find. This is coming from my guide, who was a chiropractor. They need to do something where they're stretching out your body, like stretching out your back on a machine to just release some pain without having to do any adjustments. Just release it. I'm told to do that, and that will help. It's not even sciatic. It's a pinched nerve up a little higher than your hips. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm tired, and I'm going to sign out. But thanks again, guys. Keep watching, because I'm on Monday mornings at 8 o'clock while you guys are going to work. So I do it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, just because those are the days I work. Wednesdays are my days to spend with. I do a lot of life coaching, and I just know what you kind of need. So I'm very good at kind of figuring out and going, okay, so I have one that's a writer and she cannot get going. Well, I'm a published author. I've been through all that hell. So I'm calling her like, okay, did you get your ISBN number out yet? Or did you get your EIN number for your business yet? And I nag her and hold her responsible. And sometimes that's all you need is this much. And that's what I kind of do. So, yeah. All right. You guys take care. I'm out of here. So, great seeing you guys. Keep watching me. I will be on Wednesday for my podcast. That's Metaphysical Meanderings. It's live. I think most people are going to be catching me going to work. So it was on Saturdays, now on Wednesdays, because I need my Saturdays off. I noticed I need Thursday, Fridays. It's like I get enough rest, and then I'm ready to go again. So that's why I have more energy today. I feel better about it. So you guys, I will pray for you. I will light you a candle. All right? All right, you guys, take care, and swipe left. Swipe left. You guys take care. I'm out of here. See,